Hello, I am Jennifer Cody and I want to show you a fun recipe for a shortbread for a fancy little tea or whatever with lavender and orange. Okay, so our ingredients: 1 stick of butter at room temperature. It's going to cream up really good, light and fluffy. You can use some virgin olive oil. This is a kind of a different kind of shortbread, so the virgin olive oil is fun to add flavor. If you have an infused flavored oil, an orange oil, a lavender oil, maybe one you make yourself, you can use that. This is a really fragrant lavender, so I'm just going to use this and the orange zest to flavor this stuff. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sugar. This shortbread is not real sweet, but it's really flavorful, really great. We're going to cream this and just get it all light and fluffy. We're going to fold in some grated zest from the orange, and we'll add in the lavender, little bit of lavender flower tops and flour, and at that point we don't mix it a lot because that's going to toughen it up. But if you want a nice light cookie, you beat your butter and sugar and other wet things to fluffy. Then we're going to add the dry ingredients and move from there. So now we're going to add the flavorful ingredients to the creamed mixture of butter and olive oil and sugar. And this will just make such a refreshing cookie. This is an organic orange, which I highly recommend. It's not maybe as bright orange, it's got a little bit of blemishes on it, but it doesn't have any chemicals added to it, and that is a big plus. You want to have a healthy orange when you're using the outer stuff. Very important. And the same with the lavender. Most lavender doesn't need to get sprayed because it doesn't have very many pests. So the thing with the lavender is the flavor. There's all kinds of varieties of lavender. Some are better than others. This one here is really fragrant and kind of sweet even. Some are much more piney. So I found this one. I've got a few different varieties. Pick one that you like or buy some that are all ready to go. And that adds a little bit of a few specks of color to the shortbread. And we'll add that. We'll add the orange. And very simple ingredients other than that. The flour, it's always nice to measure your flour, kind of just scoop it off. So if you pack it, you're going to end up with more flour than you mean to put in, than you should put in. So measure it like that, and you've got a really accurate, pretty accurate measurement of flour this way. We're just going to lift it up, put it into the creamed mix along with this stuff and some orange extract for a little extra flavor. Okay, so some orange extract will add a lot of flavor too. This is about a teaspoon of that. The 2 cups of flour, and that had the zest in it too. And some of these, about a tablespoon of the lavender blossoms. We just have to stir this up very lightly. This is the point where you don't want to overmix it or it toughens up the cookie. And let's see here. At this point, I can just finish mixing this. I'm going to form this into a little cylinder and refrigerate it, and then I'll be able to cut it into cookies to bake. So I have some of the dough refrigerated, and it takes about an hour for it to firm up so you can slice it in nice thin slices. After this, we'll bake it, and serve them, they take 10 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. 12 minutes is typical. If you're making them about this thick. And you want to cook them till they're golden brown. And they'll be very fragrant. They'll go great with tea, or if you're having just some kind of fun shower or special occasion. So we'll put these in. The oven is preheated to 350. It's a general good temperature for cookies. 350, 375. Gonna put these in for 10 minutes and check them out. Okay, so these cookies have baked. We can totally have a tea party now, or coffee. And I love these cookies. They're so good.